Those voices are in your head.
It's so loud. You're so loud, but
Are
it's
we
great.
Are we black or are we?
You're just a black screen, but that's good. I mean, you look great. Now you're a blue. Now you're a blue.
Well, I've always wanted to be on the radio.
Don't worry, John. It's happening. We're working on it.
I've always wanted to be on radio somewhere in the Midwest.
You've got a great voice for it, and I'll tell you what, you could be the voice of our local NPR station anytime. It's WFYI, and I wish I were making that up.
Thank you for watching WFYI.
Rest assured that we are panicking over here, but we're gonna go away and come right back to you.
Okay, no problem.
I promise.
In full color.
We're not worried. But I mean, that was great to hear Rhett and Link. Just their beautiful voices was an incredible gift. So if you go to projectforawesome.com/donate now, we're now over $282,500 donated, which because of matching donations and the money that we already had in the bank means that we've now raised very nearly $1.2 million for Save the Children and Partners in Health. We're at $1.189 million. So you could be the person who sends us into that $1.2 million range. We got lots of perks for as little as $4 or as much as $1 million. You don't have to spend $1 million to get any of the perks, but you could, and we would not be mad. Oh, hey, there they are.
What about
Hey! You're listening to WFYI.
where you get all the information for yourself that you need.
They literally say that, though. They're always like, you're listening to WFYI for your information. And I'm like, yeah, no, we got that. We got that. Everybody gets the joke.
So now we can't see you. You're black.
You can't see me?
Black.
No, yes.
No, I can see. I'm just joking.
Right? No, I was panicked for a second there. I thought my screen had gone black. Hey, thank you guys so much for being part of the Project for Awesome this year.
This segment is not brought to you by Yerba Mate. We just are thirsty right now, and it's what we're going to be drinking.
That's fine. No, yeah. If you want to do a little stealth promo product placement,
we don't. We have no interest in this company, John.
Hey,
just
who
lightly caffeinated drink from South America.
Who made that good-looking mug that you're drinking out of?
Well, you know, actually, this is a DFTBA and Mythical Entertainment collaboration.
Look at that
beautiful mug.
How are you feeling? This is like a marathon for you.
Yeah, but this is my favorite time of the year. Quick shout out to everybody at dftba.com who volunteers so much of their time and talents to make the Project for Awesome work and to ship out perks for free. We very much appreciate it. Thank you guys. Yeah, but no, everything's great. I'm having so much fun. This is the 10th Project for Awesome, Rhett and Link. Can you believe that?
No, you're lying. There's no way. I refuse to believe that.
It's true. We've all become very old.
Yeah.
Some older than others.
Where are your gray hairs sprouting? Can you tell me?
Oh, I mean, this is mostly gray.
Yeah.
I mean, and this over here, where are you getting?
Well,
you know what? I'm abstaining from this conversation.
Lincoln's going to plead the fifth with this conversation. I was
going to say, because I can't help but notice that you've got a beautiful, lustrous head of seemingly zero gray hair.
Seemingly. So right here, you can't see it because of the color of my beard, but I've got a touch of gray, just like the product.
Yeah.
It's actually a touch of white because it's just straight white hairs that are so out of control coming right here. And then just the other day, 3 white hairs that look like they're from an animal of a different species. You know what I mean?
Because they're a different coarseness.
Oh, yeah. It's like, so is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's my understanding of what's going to happen.
Face is going to be overtaken with essentially what is like hair that would grow on the back of a wild hog.
Yeah, my understanding too is that it only gets worse from there. Because then your whole body. Oh, actually, a literal gray hair just fell from out of my head.
That's not. You should auction that for.
No, that seems weird. Then somebody will have my DNA. That makes me nervous.
Oh.
But I do want to say a quick thanks to Rhett and Link. Are there perks up yet?
Are our perks up? We poured our heart and soul.
We got some great perks, man.
And DNA into these perks. I'm super excited. We got some buddy system related signed.
I'm going to break out my list because I want to make sure that
Is it up?
It's up now. Yeah. So we've got some incredible stuff.
Now this is one of a kind stuff. Okay. We have a preliminary working script from Buddy System. It was actually, this is Link's script that he took notes on.
Wow.
So it has his DNA, because I'm assuming you
I
drooled.
licked it. I licked it, bled on it.
Well, and skin cells fall off of you.
They slough off
all
constantly.
the time, especially him, because he's exfoliating constantly.
The way that I learned my lines was through sloughing them into. I sloughed them into myself.
Are there any other bodily fluids in the script, and what page? Because we need to know.
There's a lot of references to testicles.
Okay.
In the script.
Lots
itself,
of testicle references.
That's what you're asking.
Just, yeah. At least one an episode.
So if you're a fan of Buddy System and a committed mythical beast, you can read this script and see how it was altered. Right?
Yeah.
Because this is the script from like a comedy punch-up pass. So we went through the whole thing and said, this can be funnier. Here's some ideas. So you can see things we rejected, things we changed, things we added in my own handwriting.
Also from Buddy System, we have a signed rollerblade. So
wow.
From one of the episodes of Buddy System, there is a rollerblade versus roller skate. So we actually get recruited into rival rollerblading and roller skate gangs. Gosh! And this is actually one of the rollerblades that, or is it roller skate? Which one did we sign? It's a rollerblade that you wore.
That I wore, and it's so like.
And then I ended up wearing it because we switched.
Well, and if you look at all of the promotional materials, it's the photos of us in these outfits, me wearing those rollerblades. So two things from me. What did you?
Well,
get?
no, but I ended up wearing that.
Yeah, you wore one. You're right.
Because remember, I don't want to give it. No, spoiler alert.
So I gave it to you.
No spoilers.
You gave it to them.
We ended up wearing.
Lots of people don't have read yet, so they don't know. They haven't read Buddy System.
Yeah,
they don't have seen Buddy System.
You should.
And then you've also got a prop from Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah, we've got a few. So we have the Smellovators, which is you would be tempted to think that this was just a visor, but it is so much more than a visor.
Oh, yes.
This is how you separate something from your nasal parts and your mouth parts when you want to eat
your
one
tasters
thing
and your smellers.
And smell another thing. We call it the Smellovator. We've got signed versions of those that have appeared on GMM a few times.
The actual ones we used in the show.
Definitely more DNA on those.
Lots of DNA.
Yeah, and also some they've been soiled, if you will, just by food stuffs that were placed on them.
They've also been soiled with our signatures.
Yeah. We also have the signed pet food bowls from the pet food taste test on GMM that we ate out of like dogs.
I saw a guy the other day and he was like, I started watching your videos and the way you were describing that dog food kind of made me want to eat it.
Well, yeah, that was the whole point.
So the bowls that we ate out of, again, just lots of sluffage and DNA happening in those bowls.
Because that is the point, right? I mean,
I don't know that we're really necessarily trying to sell the DNA element, but it's great. It's a good thing that you guys have picked up on, which is that if you want to frame Rhett or Link for a crime, you're only $500 away.
Well, but I thought that was the grand point. I mean, I know that the outward-facing sort of thing that we talk about with Project for Awesome is that we're making the world a better place.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really just sort of like the front.
And it's also a DNA acquisition.
Behind that is the fact that not just framing us for a crime, but we're trying to create an actual backup of YouTube. When I say backup of YouTube, I mean backup of YouTubers.
Yeah, genetic.
Because you never know what's going to happen with a website in general, but you really don't know what's going to happen with the physical people who power this website and make content. So we need to have a backup of actual people, and that's what Project for Awesome is all about.
So if you go to projectforawesome.com/donate right now, you can get not only one-of-a-kind scripts, one-of-a-kind props. I have to say, by the way, guys, that Buddy System, I am like a huge fan of my YouTube Red subscription. YouTube Red is the best money I spend every month, and it's so much better than cable. I love YouTube Red, and I'm not just no one's like paying me to say that or anything. I just genuinely love it. And the best part about my favorite thing on the internet, which is YouTube Red, is Buddy System. It is a great show.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That's a ringing endorsement from Mr. John Green.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for working so hard to make something so good in formats that don't exist yet. To like, it reminded me a lot of the stuff that you were doing in 2006 and 2007, where you were kind of like giving form to this new this new way of talking with people about stuff, and I just love it. I just thought it was amazing. Congratulations on it. So really, I would argue that you're owning a piece of history if you get the Buddy System script or a prop, or and certainly a Good Mythical Morning prop, of which there are 2 available. Those are available for $500 donations. I know that is a big donation, but I also want to underscore that if you can afford that, not only are you going to have something that has Rhett and Link's DNA on it, that so you can frame them for a crime, also suitable for framing in your home if you don't want to frame them for a crime. Also, because of matching donations, right now, every dollar you donate at projectforawesome.com/donate, no matter what perk you get, no matter how much you donate, every dollar you donate is matched to $4 that goes to Save the Children and Partners in Health, 2 of the best, most highly regarded nonprofit organizations working in global health and poverty. They have made a huge impact over the last decade. We've seen it in our community, in many projects we've done with them. They have made a huge impact, reducing the number of people living in poverty, reducing dramatically the number of children who die of preventable causes around the world. And so you can have a really big impact now and get an awesome perk. So whether you're getting a $10 perk, or the digital bundle for $55, or the calendar, Rhett and Link are also in the calendar this year. It's our 10th Project for Awesome. So we got a birthday themed calendar, and Rhett and Link were very generous to donate a picture of themselves for the calendar. No matter what you get, your impact is going to be, every dollar you donate is going to count as 4, and that makes it huge. It's 4x exactly. I don't know much about like business, but I think 4x is good.
Yeah. It's a good number.
Give me any number, and I'll 4x it right now. It's
7.
It's 28.
That is incredible. That's impressive.
170 something.
Did you say 25 and you said 170 something?
I said 35.
35. 140.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at this game. But I've been doing it all day. This is literally the only thing I've done all day is multiply numbers times 4.
All right, well then we'll challenge you then.
All right, bring it. It's got to be a number. It's got to be a number that's in the projectforawesome.com/donate perk list. It's got to be a number that I've worked.
Or not.
So
91.
Oh,
that's easy.
Okay, 91 is 364.
Rhett said that 10 seconds ago.
Now,
I'm still working on it though.
You guys, you want to know my trick? My whole career has been built around one trick, which is that other people say the funny or true or accurate thing, and then I say it louder.
Oh, I thought you were going to say jump cuts.
Well, yeah, I mean, after jump cuts.
I have leaned pretty heavily on the jump cuts over the last decade, no doubt about it. Not going to try to ignore it.
What's the author writing equivalent of a jump cut, John?
Oh yeah, there are a couple tricks. One of them is where you have a little bit of white space, and then you just have 3 asterisks across the middle. And then it's just like whatever comes after this white space, like God only knows. Like we're in a whole new world now because those asterisks set us into a new planet.
Cinematically, is that like a fade to black, or is that a commercial break? I guess it's a jump cut, huh?
Yeah, I think it's closer to a jump cut.
Internetically, it's a jump cut.
I think it's
cinematically.
I think it's a scene change.
It's a scene. It's a long scene change, right? It's not a fade to black because that would be the end.
And better question. Who came up with that, and when was it first employed?
The 3.
That's a great question. I don't know the answer, but I'm very grateful to whomever it was because I used that trick of putting white space so that I don't have to write whatever would have happened in the white space. I'd use that trick multiple times a day.
Now, and here's another question. Is okay. Say I've got a thought I'm writing about, and then I have a little aside I want to make, and then I want to come back to that same thought.
Sure.
Now, traditionally, I've used a parentheses for this, right? But recently, I
use way too many of those.
I discovered, because I felt myself using so many parentheses, to use the long dash. What is the correct term for that?
The M dash, yeah.
The M dash.
Yeah,
M dash.
Here's the problem with the M dash. Once you fall in love with the M dash,
oh yeah,
whoa, buddy, you can get to. You're talking.
Whoa, buddy.
30%.
Buckle up,
M-dash.
kids.
There's just a lot of a lot of
Oh yeah, I've got to. I mean,
Down if
for,
you're gonna
for
read it.
context, let me find an M dash real quick, just to give you a little bit of context. But I suspect that it did not take me long to find one, and I'll just do a quick. I'll
What
just
are
do
you
a.
searching right now?
I'm searching a document. No big deal. It's not. It might be something. It might not be. Nobody knows for sure. I'm just searching a document, a thing that I wrote or am writing, an ongoing project that
Not
it
a
might turn
journey.
into
Listen,
nothing.
This is
It's a
this is what I was
writing
hoping was going to
exercise.
happen, is that you were going to open a Google Doc or whatever program you use to write your books, and you
Yeah.
were going to like maybe read a sentence to me with an M dash in it.
Yes.
Okay. In fact, I'd be willing to. I would be happy to do that.
Yeah.
And it is.
If we reach a certain dollar amount in the
Sure.
next X number of minutes.
Sure. Now I've got them all highlighted in my document. And one thing that I have learned in the last 3 seconds is that I use a lot of M dashes.
Yeah. Yes. I mean,
What that tells
there's
me
nothing
is
wrong
that
with it though. They're
that
so
tells me
great.
you're like a stream of conscious writer. You're just like blah, 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 and then you're thinking of this, and then you're thinking of that, and it's like you're
Yeah.
thinking of this.
I mean, when I was younger, like in looking for Alaska, I used a lot of parentheses, but I have come around to the M dash in my old age. By the way, we just passed $1.2 million raised for Save the Children and Partners in Health in the 2016.
You're not getting off the
Project
hook
process.
reading some of it.
No. If we get to $290,000, I will read you a sentence with an M dash in it.
Yes.
And we're at $289,152. I gotta find a good one though. So give me a
Okay,
second.
You got to find a good one that doesn't reveal
I
too
mean,
much.
on every single page, there are multiple M dashes. There's
You should be
many,
proud of
many
that. You should be
M
proud of that.
dashes. I guess my concern is just that it's plot heavy. It's plot heavy. That's plot.
Ooh. Come on.
Okay,
we're
while-
getting them,
While
guys.
you're looking for the appropriate level of
Thank us later.
revelation,
Plot.
I will say that another technique, and this is
Plot.
employed
Frick.
in the past by a lot of people, because parentheses are relatively. I mean, they're not
I've got
new,
it.
but- Okay, all right, you got it. But are we at the number?
No, we're not at the number.
gonna
But
sit
I
on
found
it.
a
It's gotta have
solution,
something
and
in
I'm
it.
extremely pleased with it.
Okay, I'm very excited.
All right.
So, but you go back to, you go back 200 years.
Yeah.
Commas, man. That they didn't use parentheses. They
Right.
definitely didn't use M dash. Nobody even knew what that was.
No.
Commas.
A lot of commas.
Comma.
Commas. Who used a
Comma
lot of
crazy.
M dashes is Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson sort of invented the M dash as I think of it. She put like 15, 16 M dashes in a single line.
What about the ellipses? How often do you use that?
I use that very sparingly because of my college English professor, whom I revere still, and I know he reads all of my work. He had these extremely specific rules about ellipses, and he actually did email me once after Looking for Alaska came out and pointed out that I misused ellipses in that book. So I've been very careful ever since then.
Oh,
Ooh.
dude, I used to essentially use ellipses as an M dash. Really, I mean, if I go back and look at like college emails,
no, that's a dangerous game.
I recently found this trove of letters. My wife broke them out. All this stuff that I wrote to her in college, and I would mail her letters. I would write all this. It was crazy. It was just reams of things. And of course, she looked through it, and then she asked me, "Why don't you do this anymore?" But we'll talk about that. Because
As she was burning them.
because we're married now. Because I'm living a love letter to you every day, baby.
Exactly.
Every day I
This
wake
is
up.
a
Is a
love
love
letter. My
letter.
presence is your love letter.
I don't know. After this grammatic conversation, I think the two of you might need some time alone.
Ellipses,
We
though.
might. We got to talk to our spouses first. But
There were so many ellipses, though. I overused them.
really, so when Sarah and I had a 1-year email correspondence in which we never saw each other. We went on 2 dates. It didn't work out. Specifically, she dumped me. And then we had this 1-year email correspondence before we saw each other again. And in that
long
1
apology.
year, I slowly won her over. And she eventually she put these emails into a book that we have in our home. And it is, if I could save one physical item from my house, it is definitely the one I would save. It is the sweetest and also the most cringy, embarrassing. It's so much of us is in it.
Yes.
All right, so we are now at.
How much is that being auctioned off for today?
Yeah, that was quite a setup, John. Surely that's where you're going with that.
By the way, I believe all of Rhett and Link's perks are gone. Thanks to everybody who's donated so much to Rhett and Link's to get all of Rhett and Link's perks. They went so fast.
Really?
They went so fast. You guys, Rhett and Link. I just want to pause to say that in the last 10 minutes, you raised $8,000 for Save the Children and Partners in Health. So
all right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's great to hear.
You raised it. You people.
But if you do want to get a little bit of Rhett and Link in your life for less than $500, and thanks again to everybody who donated, you can do that by getting the calendar, the P4A calendar, which right now at projectforawesome.com/donate is the featured perk. It's $25. We will ship the calendar to you anywhere in the world. You get pictures. Every month you get to look at a different one of your favorite YouTubers, from Rhett and Link to Craig Benzine to Grace Helbig. To Lindsay Doe, to, if you want to, myself. I think that I don't know what month I am. I'd like to think that I'm August, but who knows? All right, I'm going to read you one sentence because we got to $290,000. Yes. But let's just go. Let's blow past that. Let's forget about $290,000. That's in the past now. Let's get to $300,000. Before Rhett and Link, we're at $291,000 now. Before Rhett and Link leave in a few minutes, we gotta send Rhett and Link off the only way that they like to be sent off, which is with barrels and barrels of money for charity. All right, so this is a sentence. I'm not gonna say the name of the car, but this is a young woman talking about her car, and I don't want to say the name of the car because it's very important to me, and I don't want to spoil it for people who might read if this ever becomes something to read. It says. However, my car did not have Bluetooth connectivity, or for that matter, a CD player, meaning that while in his company, one had three choices: either drive in silence, listen to the radio, or listen to my dad's cassette of Missy Elliott's excellent album, So Addictive, which, because it would not eject from the cassette player, I had already heard several hundred times in my life.
There it is.
Boy, that was thrilling.
And
and I was about to ask for a Missy Elliott reference and get you to read one of those, but you beat me to the punch. You did a 1-2 punch of Missy Elliott and an M dash. Yeah, the M and M dash now stands for Missy.
You heard it here. There's going to be a new movie based on a John Green novel starring Missy Elliott.
God, we should be so lucky.
She's stuck in a tape deck.
She's such a genius, and I am such a huge Missy Elliott fan. Like, one time she tweeted me, and it's the only tweet I've ever printed out on a piece of paper.
I can't stand the rain.
She's a brilliant producer, a brilliant songwriter, brilliant lyricist. She's just amazing. She's really, really, really wonderful. And I am so excited. I really hope that line ends up in a thing that I eventually publish, because that would mean that I find that. Like, I got in The Fault in Our Stars, I got Rick Smits, the Flying Dutchman, former Indiana Pacer. Yes. You remember Rick Smits? I got Rick Smits into a novel, and it felt so good because I was such a huge Rick Smits fan. And then I met Rick Smits at a Pacers game, and he was like, "Hey, man, thanks for putting me in your book." And I was like, "That's it. I did it."
Wow.
You can die now. Hey, speaking of
I think he says that to everybody. Just hoping.
He probably does. That's like the first thing he says when he says hello.
Yeah. I got a bone to pick with your Pacers, man. Link and I just went in for Clipper season tickets this year.
Well, I mean, that's not my fault. Don't blame me for that.
We got our number. We were there. We saw it happen.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The Pacers are an unpredictable team. You might get one set of Pacers, and you might get the other set of Pacers.
We've been getting one set. The set we don't want.
You got the set. You got the set you weren't looking for, but just wait. Next game, I'm sure you'll get the other set.
Okay. All right. But yeah, we should probably make our promise now. So if we get to $300,000 before 6 o'clock our time, we're going to delete our YouTube channel.
Oh, we'll do it. We are going to do it. You better believe it.
We promise.
And we're upset about it.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, it would be personally devastating to me. One of the things I did want to say while y'all were here is just that because you've also been on YouTube for 10 years, you've been here for every Project for Awesome, and you remember what it was like when it was much smaller and different affair, and where we didn't have such nice backgrounds and stuff. Is how grateful I am to have people like you in the YouTube community holding us all up to a really high standard, both in terms of the kind of content that we make, but also the way that we approach our audiences. And that's something I've always respected y'all for. And I'm very grateful that you're still here, that you had your flirtation with television, and you're still here. I feel really, really lucky, and I've looked to you guys for so long as a model for community. So thank you for being the best of online creators to me.
Wow, John, thanks so much. High praise from the high priest of YouTube. Well, that's what we call you.
I probably appreciate that. Yeah, I have a T-shirt that says that, so that when I go out, people
bow down to
me.
the high priest.
A pointy hat. But yeah. I'll say, right back at you, because I remember when we were trying to figure out community, specifically, like maybe we, Hank and John, they got a name for their community. We should have that too.
That was a good call. Mythical beasts are so great. It's such a great call.
We took that right from your playbook.
Well, we stole it from Say Frank, so no worries.
Well, hey, and I'll say, I think we were on here with Hank last year, and we've told you this before, but we'll say it again. What you guys have done with the Project for Awesome, and the fact that right from the beginning, you guys have seen your content and your community as a vehicle for doing good. And you've done that in a way that's admirable, in a way that it's been a challenge to us, because I think a lot of times we get very caught up in the nature of the final product. And then sometimes how do we leverage this for good? It becomes an afterthought for us, where you guys, it's right there from the beginning. It's built into the community and into the content. So we're always looking to you guys for guidance and leadership in that. And you're leading the whole community. I mean, that's you can make us look really good, because we can just slide right into Project for Awesome and this thing that you guys have created, and all this momentum that you have around the community and the way that it's organized to benefit amazing charities. We can step in and donate some time and donate some props and be a part of something like this. So thanks for taking the lead on that.
Well, it's fun, and we're really glad to have you here, and everybody's really excited in the chat as well. Lots of mythical beasts in the chat, including the people who snapped up your perks so fast that there are lots of people who are mad. But what could we have done? Charged more? It was $500. Thanks to everybody who donated, and next year we'll have to we'll just lift it up a little bit. Next year we'll go to the $10,000 perks.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we will beg.
We will crawl.
For $10,000 perks, Rhett and Link they'll come to your house. They'll hang out with you for 6 days. They'll stay until you ask them to leave.
Yeah. And it won't take 6 days. Trust me.
Well, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for taking time out of your very busy schedules. And congratulations again on Buddy System, which is so great. And on the continued success of Good Mythical Morning. It's awesome to watch. Who's a huge fan, before I let you go, who's a huge fan of Good Mythical Morning and would be very angry with me if I didn't let you know, is the guy who built this house, who rebuilt this house. Who built all this stuff in the background, all the nice niches and everything. And an amazing guy named Ryan, hasn't missed a show, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows in a row. And he's a huge fan. So Ryan says hi. But also I say hi. Thank you again for raising $8,000 in 5 minutes for the Project for Awesome. And it's a pleasure to see you guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Now we got an M-dash.
Oh, man. Nobody brings a joke back better than Rhett and Link.